So I've had requests to see what's in my go bag, so I'm going to share that with you right now. I'm going to open it up. I'll show you what I have. I have 5 days of food, and I do have the ability to catch food. I'll show you that later, how I can feed myself even if it goes beyond the 5 days. I'll show you how I use the things that I have in here and why I picked these items. So again, this is my go bag. Every go bag is different on YouTube. You can find a lot of things out there. But again, I'm going to show you what I have. So what I have is an old bag of mine. It's an Expedition Wilderness. I think it's a 20 liter. I'm not sure anymore. I don't know the specs anymore. It's been so many years. But I like this because if I'm wearing it, it's not a military bag. But I do have the ability, if we're in the woods and I need to be a little more camouflage, I do have something to cover that when I go out in the woods. But anyways, this is my bag. First thing I have is, of course, water. I always liked these smart water bottles, so I always have that. It's empty right now, but I am going to fill it up. So I have that. And then for hydration, when people use liquid IVs, so they're really good. They work well if you're dehydrated in the woods. So I have 3 of those. Actually, I have 4. I have 4 of those. And of course, I have it's a big cat hole to put human waste in. I have that right there. So that's what's in this. I do have a shelter right here. And this is a ground sheet just to put out in front of you, like you want to put your bag. I have a 10 by 10 tarp. I also have I think there's probably about 100 feet of zinget line that I have, which is good to string up your tarp. This is a AquaQuest. I think I got this on eBay. So it's a real good one. You can use it to make a lean-to, a teepee, whatever you need to make it so that you can be comfortable, and it really works great. My favorite is just a pump tent. I use sticks for stakes, because you don't have to carry them, and you can just leave them where they are. And you can also, for poles, you can also use a branch. So that's what I like to use when I'm out there. 2 carabiners. They don't have to be rated for life, but to support a life, but that's the ones I have. They're very useful out in the woods. So 2 carabiners. I guess I'll do the side pockets. Now in here I have some electronics. I have a light. This is a bio light. You can charge it, and it's really good at nighttime. It really lights up. I have a battery right here, and that's for my radio. And then I have my charger for the radio and for the bio light in there. And I have the antenna for my my radio. I have a Bofang radio. I have a Bofang radio. You can get the weather report. You can communicate with people. This one right here is probably more than what I need, but it works, and you can talk to people in long distance. So I also have cash. Probably good ideas to have maybe $500 of cash. I also have copies of birth certificate for myself and my wife, copies of passport, copy of our Social Security. So it's important to have cash, different denominations, but I got about $500 there. And then I got a first aid kit. In my first aid kit, I got this one from This one right here I got from REI. It was pretty cheap. I think it was $30 or something like that. But it's got bandages, it's got stuff and cuts, and you know, it's good to have one. You never know what's going on out there, and you got to be self-sufficient. I got medication. I have stuff to patch, like my tarp. It's a type of tape. You can get it at REI. It's called Gear Aid. It's really good to have a roll of that when you're out there. So first aid kit, and of course medications. I also have extras that are my wife and mine, if you have to have it. This right here is a water key to turn on somebody, like a school. If you go by a school, you can open it up and you can get water out of it if they have power and they have water, or a hospital, who knows. Anywhere in an urban area, this will get you water and fill up your water canteen. Where I got that, I can't remember. It's been a long time ago, but it's good to have one. I'm sure you can find one on eBay. I have chopsticks. I don't use silverware. I just use chopsticks. You can cook with these, and if you lose them, you can always make them. I have a knife sharpener for my knife, which is on my belt. So that's everything in these side pockets. On the back, I have bear spray. I have also a buck knife. My buck knife is a 101. Now, some people say you should have a full tang, but I like these. They're sharp, they're durable, and they are very good knives, a buck 101. There's also a Gerber multi-tool. So it's good to have one of these. You never know what you need to fix. And that's what's on the outside of my pack. Let's get into what's in here. Now, I told you that I have a way of camouflaging my bag, and this was made by ULA Equipment, who makes my backpacks. And what this will do is you can put this on when it's raining over your backpack and cover it up. And that's pretty good when you're out in the woods. You can't see that if you need to be a little more camouflage. So that's my rain tarp for this. I said I had 5 days of food. I didn't put these, I shoved these into spots where I have room in my bag instead of putting them in my bear bag. Now my bear bag, when I get to where we're staying, I will put all this food in there and I will hang it 100 yards away from my campsite or where I am, so I don't have to worry about critters or a bear taking my stuff. But I do have 5 days of food. I have some backpacker's pantry. I also have some packet gourmet food, but I have 5 days of food for me and my wife when we're out there. So, and again, I said I do have ability to catch food or get food. Right now I'm using it, that's why it's not in my bag. It's called a conifer trap. Just check it out on YouTube, and they are good. They will catch squirrels. You don't even need bait. You just have to put it where they're walking and they'll trip this. Very handy to have, and it can get you food. Now to cook my food, this is my cook kit. In my cook kit, I have this totes. It is a, I'm not sure what size this totes is, but it acts as a pan. I can fry something in here, so that's really good. I can also boil water so that it will, I can drink it if my filter goes bad. I do have a filter in here. I have a bandana to use to grab hot pots. I do have a striker. If my matches don't work, I can strike to start a fire. I have that one, a striker. I also have a Bic lighter. I love these lighters. They work great. I have wipies to wipe your hands and also to wipe when you're out in the field. So I have that. I have, to start a fire, if I'm having trouble, I have some cotton balls that I rubbed Vaseline on them and rub them in. And you just need to take a little bit and you can start a fire with these. This is my fire starter, Vaseline and cotton balls. That works really good. Now my water filter kit is a Katadyn. I like the Katadyn. They work really, really good. The bee-free Katadyn. Now, my stove. My stove is a BioLite stove. Now, why I chose this, I have other stoves that I take hiking with me, but this is my to-go one. The reason why I use this one is once you hook it up and you get it ready, you get some sticks. If that day when you're walking in the woods and it's raining, pick up some sticks and put it in your pocket so you can make dinner for the night and start it. Once you start this and you get it going and you cook your dinner, once you get it started, now once you get this started and you start cooking dinner, this will go off. You can actually plug right here, you can plug in and charge your chargers, all your electrical equipment, your phone. It doesn't matter what it is, you can charge it off of this. It's an amazing thing. You just throw wood sticks in it, start the fire, and you're good to go. You can cook your dinner and charge your electronics for the next day. So that is my cook, BioLite. I have a mattress right here. It's the Nemo Tensor, and it folds up to this size right here. And now a lot of people say, well, what if you get a flat or go, you know, you puncture it? Well, it's fine. I have something to fix the puncture. But if I can't fix it, I can lay this out and I could put sticks or some leaves underneath this, and you can sleep on top of that and stay warm. But hopefully while you're out there, you're not going to get a hole in it. This is pretty tough. It does a great job. Saw, it's called the Swen saw, and it weighs nothing, but it's good. It will cut up firewood for you and get a fire started. I don't want to have a hatchet. It makes a lot of noise when you're pounding in the woods, and I don't want to draw attention to myself. So this is called the Swen saw. You can get this at, now I think REI, you can get one. This is a small one. I think you can order another this size. So this is to get firewood. Now my clothing. Now I cinch everything down because it's a lot easier. This is also waterproof. A jacket to stay warm. This happens to be outdoor research. This will keep you warm at 30 degrees or below. It's a down jacket. You don't want to get this wet, so if it is raining and it's real cold, I have on my I layer everything, so on the very outside I have my rain jacket with this, and you could stay real warm with that. So a down jacket, and then I have rain pants. Layer up. This will be your outside layer, the pants. And then to stay warm, even warmer, I have some outdoor, these are kind of insulated winter pants, but they're very lightweight. And I most likely, while she's wearing those things, I would be wearing this. We would be sharing our clothes, obviously, because you're not going to bring a bunch of clothes for the two of us. I have insulated long johns. Those I don't have any cotton. That is merino wool right there, a merino wool cap. I have merino, this one actually is made out of what was this? Capilene. So it's made out of plastic. But it keeps you very warm and keeps you dry. All the clothes that I have dry real quick. So if you do get wet, you'll stay warm in them and you can dry them out real quick. I don't have any cotton. This is also 2 pairs of underwear I have. Pair of gloves when it gets cold. Socks. I have 2 pairs of wool socks. These are Darn Toughs. Love Darn Toughs. They last forever. And a bug net, because I'm not going to carry bug spray with me. It's just an extra, but a bug net lasts forever. And then I have, like I said, 2 pairs of underwear, and that's it. And I don't have a sleeping bag, but I do have this right here. This is a wool blanket. It will keep you warm. Wool, the nice thing about wool is if it gets damp, it will still have its warm properties. And so that will be what you can wrap yourself in at night. Like I said, it's all under 20 pounds when I carry it without the water. So that's my setup.